Isn't it about time you woke up to the new Goblin Teasmade?
Hello, welcome to the Science Museum. We're at Syndicate 5 and we're going to present our product, our new invention on the market, which is a Teasmade device. It was originally invented in the 1960s in the United Kingdom and its colonies. And it features an analog alarm clock, which you can see there, and it was designed to be used at the bedside to ensure that tea is made first thing in the morning. It was an invention made for convenience and ease for its customers. What first mass produced by Goblin Industries, the Teasmade rolled off the production line in 1933, and Teasmade reached peak popularity in the 60s and in the 70s. Approximately 300,000 units were sold every year, an average of 2 million households at one. Teasmade's decline also coincided with the rise of the espresso machines and coffee shops, and in 2001, Swan Molinex, which acquired Globin Industries, went into liquidation, which resulted in the extinction of Teasmade.
Session, you said you came up with the idea of making the Teasmade into a data transmitting device.
Sure.
Would you mind telling us the thought process of changing the Teasmade to this particular device for the camera, please?
No problem. I basically worked at a clinical research organisation where volunteers for clinical trials would use electronic diary cards, and they would take them home, input some data, and then put them on a charger for it to transmit data to a website that I used to go on just to check on certain things. It was a good thing because I was able to check on whether they were taking their trial medication, whether I can check on their symptoms and the severity, and ultimately that's where the idea came.
The senior receptionist in the practice, and I've been there for 12 years. And I do all the prescriptions for the patients and the appointments for the patients.
Okay. And do you find that patients sometimes forget what medication they need and at what times?
Yes, quite often. Yes, it'd be a very good idea for the elder people who are forgetful, if it does it at the right time.
Would you care to sit with me for a cup of English tea? Would you care to sit with me for a cup of English tea? Very twee, very me, any sunny morning. What a pleasure it would be, chatting so delightfully. And Nanny bakes fairy cakes every Sunday morning. Miles and miles of English garden, stretching past the willow tree. Lines of hollyhocks and roses, listen most attentively. Do you know the game croquet? Peradventure we might play. Very gay, hip-hooray, any sunny morning.
I think that would be a very good idea. Because one way we show compliance, the patients will be getting the medication, the regular time and the dose. And of course, if somebody's taking notes on the medication they're having, of course there's less chance of overdose.
Yeah.
If they take it, because a lot of the older people lose memory and they think, did I take it and take it again?
Yeah.
So it would prevent things like that from happening, or not taking it and the medical problems getting worse. So I think it's a very, very good idea.
Absolutely.
You think it's a good idea?
Because with what I've got wrong with me,
Yeah.
I do forget.
Right, okay.
And I am aware that the forgetting, I have forgotten to take my tablets on occasions.
So if you have like a flashing light and an alarm clock that goes off, just to remind you that it's time to take your medication, you think that it would sort of just jog your memory?
Just a reminder, yes.
Right. Emily, do you take any medication?
Yes, quite a lot.
Do you ever like forget whether you've taken your medication or not?
When I'm in a hurry.
So if you had some kind of device where you could check whether you've taken your medication when you've left the house, would that sort of be useful?
Yeah, it'd be fine, as long as it doesn't cost me.